Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to another Smite commentary, and for this one it is going to be an insta-queue arena. I just joined the queue and it instantly popped, something that I actually have almost never with, well, every game mode. Arena is probably one of the more popular ones, so I guess it's more common here, but I still don't have it too often. Anyway, as you may or may not have seen, we are against, I think, an 11 or 12,000 worshipper Habois and the 4,000 worshipper the Morrigan, which is impressive because Morrigan isn't out that long yet. So that should be fun. But we should be balanced though. I mean, if someone plays a god, a particular god only, then you know it's going to be either they, well, if they have it as high as that Habois has, they either just play that god only, or they just play too much in general. But I think he had 16k kills and 10k assists, so I don't know what I have to expect. But I think I'll have an edge against him since I don't have to get close to him at all. I think that I should not, well, I definitely should not be in ult range near the Habois. The only thing that maybe is an option is when he uses ultimate already and I dash in to finish him off with my, well, dash stun. Let's see if we can go for some damage on Habois. Decent damage. Not going to be enough since I have literally no power at all, because I went for the Sense of Time. I like Sense of Time a lot on Thoth though. His mana costs are pretty high to start off with. Do have my ultimate, I do have the mana buff, and I have Sense of Time, and still I'm not at full mana. So a lot of mana cost. To be fair, they did change it a little bit with the 3 costing a little bit less, but still, wow, when you took a lot of damage. Let's make sure that he gets out. I would have blocked a couple of basic attacks at least, since I do have full HP and my dash up. Pretty safe. Okay, so I'm going for cooldown boots. I think that will be the best option, because I'm going to get Spear of the Magus. As you probably can tell, I like Spear of the Magus a lot this season, or since they changed it. Since they gave it 5 stacks, plus the additional penetration, that's 65 penetration in total. And a lot of gods work pretty well with it. Thoth is one of them. If I use my 3 and my 1, I can apply all the stacks if I have fired it all. So if I hit my 3, hit my 1s, and then use my ultimate, I have their protections basically nullified if they are not a Guardian of Warrior that is building defense. Well, to be fair, the others can build defense, but it's not as likely. So we'll have to see. So far, we're ahead by 1 kill. But we're ahead by 8 points, so that means that we're doing pretty well in the wave department as well, which is good. I'm just staying back as much as I can. I do have purification beads. The main reason I got it is because Najah can be a big issue. Najah ultimate is definitely... Oh, Capri, you should not have done that. I am going to wait. Fire, and he is gone. There's no way he's going to dodge that. Although I was a little bit late on the firing. I think I should have fired it just a slight second. He was able to still move. So if I think that he could have dodged it if he moved well enough. Could have dashed in, but I definitely would have died if I did so. A little bit too much of a risk. Rest in pieces. Rest in pieces. Not a lot we can do about that. Najah taking you into the sky. There's nothing you can do except if you're a god that either has damage over time that already has applied, or maybe if you're linked as Afro, then you can do something. Healing and ulting will still work. Looks like Capri ultimate is engaged there. Should be fine. So the the Zeus lives. So far, so good. Not gonna lie, I expected worse. To be fair, Habois and almost their entire team comp is a lot more scary when they are later in the game, and we have the Zeus. Zeus does damage all game. To be fair, Habois as well, but I feel like Habois has a little bit more issue with that. See if you can stun him. Nice, and still had 1 shot on my 1. It's going to be enough to finish him off. So far 2-0, not bad. Let's see if I can manage to survive and not die at all. I feel like Thoth is probably one of the gods that can still No, he's just barely in range. That was close. I didn't have time to charge it fully, but it wasn't necessary yet. It was quite low on HP, but that did a lot. That did way too lot. I mean, that range was insane. I think that was literally at the outer edge of that ultimate. Not going to complain about it though. Oh crap, I was paying attention. And that was pretty good ult. To be fair, I think I was hugging the wall, so even if he missed, he would have slided against me. But, yeah, I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. Should have just paid a little bit more attention. I was too focused on the buff, didn't see him coming. I could have used my purification beads, or dashed actually the right side, well, towards my base. Would have been a bit better. I'm not sure if that... Did I pick up the Naja? Didn't really pay too much attention. That's fine though. Nice stun. Ah, Chain Lightning just not in time yet. The cast time takes too long, but he did force out a dash on the Kurnos, and he's forced back. It was a pretty good stun. I had no follow up on my own, so yeah, rest in pieces. Thoth is such a dumb guy. I still don't get why they gave him so much range. I mean, I know it's his entire kit and such, but I feel like it makes him too safe. Especially in game modes like these where you can't flank as easily. I mean, in Conquest you have the potential to gank, to surround someone. Then the dash I have isn't as reliable, but in a constant team fight I can just hang in the back. I will see everyone coming. I don't think I could have finished off the Naja with the shot. What? Oh, nice ultimate by the Habois. Not going to be enough though. Nice dash. Oh. Well, it does force out Capri ultimate, but that was a very good stun by the by our what's his face, our Guan Yu, because it actually forced out the Capri ultimate, but it also was mid dash on the Kurnos, and that's very difficult. Kurnos dash is one of the quicker dashes in the game. I think the only one that's perhaps quicker, that damage though, that's perhaps quicker is the Agni dash, but I don't think by a lot. Stacking is going very well as well. 5 stacks on my passive already. That's a good amount of flat penetration. I get so much flat penetration from this combination. I mean, I forgot how much Thoth gave. I think it was 20 in total. So 20 plus 15 out of my spear plus 50. That's a total of 85 penetration I can have. Flat penetration. That's actually very good. Ooh. Rest in pieces. We are able to at least trade one off. Unfortunately, the what's his face? Why do I keep forgetting his name? It's one of my favorite warriors. The Guan Yu was a little bit too deep. I guess we were too focused on the Naja, but that's fine though. He kept him at distance. Otherwise, we couldn't have picked up the Naja. But it's still a 2-for-1, so for them. But I have gem now, so this will turn it into a very annoying fight for the opponent. Not only will I slow them, but also get rid of the penetration, and it's very good for our Habois. And, well, Capri does more damage then, but it's a Capri, come on. Capri is so bad at dealing damage. The only thing he's pretty good at, as for damage, is the fact that his 2 does an insane clear at level 1. For especially Conquest, that's very important. But all the other game modes, not as much. Not as much as at all. Let's slow them down. That's going to be pretty annoying for them. Same for Naja ring toss, if you can hit it, but I can just hit it from a much longer range. I mean, I can hit him from here. He's not even close. Oh, destroyed! That slow screw him over, and a very nice dash by the Guan Yu. Dashing in front, or actually in the back of the Capri, or in front as he dashed. Hitting that, or catching that grab from the enemy Capri. And that kind of put him in an awkward spot. You don't have anywhere to go if you don't have an escape as Capri, especially if you're slowed like he was. Looks like we have the Juggernaut. This is a good time to advance. I do have my ultimate. I think I can use it properly. Don't think I'll need it here though. I can charge up. Can hit Habois. I do hit someone. It's going to be the Morrigan. Can I find her? Ah, that sucks. If I found her, it actually would have resulted in a kill, guaranteed. Aja is still around. Actually not in range. Come on. Can I hit him? Oh, just barely. I actually thought I would miss. Wow, okay, that's kind of lucky. I've been able to finish off a lot of them. That's actually pretty good. And a decent amount of damage, of course. Although Azus is still doing more damage. And he hasn't died yet. Although I think that's more thanks to the Capri, because Capri bailed him out twice. But still, not bad at all. And I don't mind at all. I mean, Thoth is such a safe god. That's probably one of the main issues with him. I mean, he's not only very powerful from a huge range, especially late game, he will just completely destroy you. And can one-shot you with his ultimate, depending on his build, of course. But if you look at that damage. That's literally half the Naja's HP. And there's nothing he can really do once I hit my first shot, because I have that increased or that decreased movement speed for him. That's so dumb. Let's see if we can hit the Capri. Ah, too far to the right. That's unfortunate. I think I could have killed him. Able to pick up the Kurnos though, so guess that's fine. Not sure where the oh, there's the Morgan. I was wondering where the Morgan went. She went invisible. I figured she would go for the engage. Let's use Fury here. I don't really want to get engaged on. Don't think anyone was near enough though. I thought they were close enough. Come on. Oh, we probably should just pop that. He can now run back to the base entirely. Although I think he heals. Oh, I might die here. Actually, a nice ultimate by the Capri. I did use my Sanctuary at the same times though, so that's a little bit unfortunate. That is going to kinda... I'm not gonna say it made the Capri ult useless, because it still provides me movement speed and I can just walk out. But it would have been better if I didn't use my Sanctuary at that moment. Oh, of course, he couldn't really know. Could have been down. Ooh, that's interesting. That was the Morgan decoy, but my 2 did go through her. It stops on the first god hit, so that means that it doesn't really count as a god. Let's see if we can hit someone. Destroyed. Didn't see that one coming at maximum range. That damaged him. I will be... Oh, nice peeling by our Capri. He realized immediately that I was going to get pulled because I used my dash. That was actually a very good play by our Capri. He knew I would have gotten pulled. And he blocked it with his own body. Very, very well done. My team is playing so well. I don't really think it matters too much. We're against such a high worshipper of gods on the opponent's side. On the Morgan and on the Habois. Because we do so much damage. And the peel for our own teammates is pretty good. And we do have 2 frontliners, which is great. Engagement by our Guan Yu. Goes for the Kurnanos. I can try and help out. Stun onto the Kurnanos. And I'll not take that one. But I will be able to pick up the Naja. And meanwhile, enemy Capri dies. I think the Capri kind of gave up on the opponent's side. Because he was standing still and doing nothing. But, I don't know. You know what? Let's get a Spear of Desolation. To be honest, Bancross is never a bad idea. You get so much healing out of it. If I'm on low HP and I hit someone with my ultimate, I think... If I hit the entire main wave with my ultimate and a god, I think I'm back to full HP. Oh, that missed. I thought that was in range. Come on. Oh, I dashed the wrong way. That Kurnos dash pretty long as well. And he doesn't need to use his 3 for it. Bit unfortunate, that was my bad. I wanted to fire onto the Abois, but since he was ulted by the Capri, there wasn't really anything I could do about it. I'm not going to let you back. Let's just clear this minion wave a little bit. It takes so long. If I did, I should have just used it on the entire wave. That's fine though. Let's see if we can deal some damage to the Kurnos. That was only 1 shot. Did about 20% of his HP. 1 shot. The more shots I fire, the less defense he has. To be fair, I think at this stage, if I hit them once, then his entire protection is gone, depending on if the Capri is nearby or not. Not sure if the Capri has aura, but I expect him to. Almost every single Guardian has it. Nice stun on the Abois. Takes so much damage. Able to hit my one. And the Guan Yu is able to finish that one off. Oh, that was my bad. I shouldn't have used my 3 first. I killed him. I could have saved him there. If I used my... I'm sorry. It wouldn't have done enough damage. I think that if I fired it immediately, it wouldn't have finished off the Naja, and then it's not so much that Naja would have lived, but I don't think it could have saved him either way. Nice damage on Abois. Oh, I missed a shot. If I hit that, definitely would have died. Let's avoid the stun. Stun on my own. Nice root, and that's going to be it. That damage is insane. Who thought it was a good idea to give him a stun? Who was drunk when they made that decision? Let's see if we can peel for the Capri. We are the only one left alive. Capri's going to get dumpstered by their team. We need to be a little bit careful. I don't want to let that Juggernaut get through though. But good amount of gold. Not sure what I want to get as final item. Probably some cooldown reduction. There are a couple of options. I can go for a Corona's Pendant. I can also go for a Spear of Desolation. It's also 10% CDR. I'm not sure what I want to get. Spear of Desolation is pretty good. Corona's Pendant is not bad either. Ooh, Naja was fast. I think he used Ring Toss. Let's see if we can hit someone. No, it's going to be enough. Yeah, there are also some other options, of course. I can go for a lot. You can also go for a lot more power with Book of Thoth. But usually I like to fill in with some cooldown reduction. I will lose cooldown reduction when I sell Sands of Time, so I usually like to get some cooldown reduction in return. And I feel like the damage is already fine, since I already hit about 1200 or more with my ultimates. And my combo hits a lot as well. Can we hit him? Nope. Can we kill him? 1278. Probably not worth it to fire it on a full HP target, but I still wanted to try it. Maybe if I saved my dash and every other ability I have, I could have done that a little bit safer. Let's see, it looks like the Abois is going to... Wow, that damage. Rest in pieces. Nice stun. And I hit the slow. That's going to be one dead Naja. Even my basic attacks do so much damage. Let's use Sanctuary. I think... Oh... I pressed Fury, but it didn't really matter. I'm actually glad it didn't pop, but the Naja or the Morgan immediately crit with the Sash, critting me for almost 600. If she didn't crit, she would have gone for the ultimate and I would have purified it because I already pressed it, but I was already dead. But let's see if we can do something. Decent damage. I don't have enough though. Maybe I should have chased the Kurnonos, since the game is one kill away from being closed down. But we can also go for the Abois. Let's go for the Naja instead. Oh, I should have just fired my one completely first. Then it would have been off cooldown again. Still though, that's a lot of damage. Naja might die here. Yeah, Naja died. Had a charge on him. And that's going to be it. 11, 2, and 9. Not bad at all. Not part of the majority. Well, 20 out of 28. It's not bad. But able to definitely make very good use out of the Gem of Isolation and the Spear of the Magus. With that allowing us to do so much damage to them. I actually don't mind we were against the Morgan Abois. They have a very rough time to get close to us. I mean, I can stay away at such a long distance that the only thing Abois has been able to hit me with was his 3. And the Morgan, although she was able to get nearby at the end of the game, and did kill me once as Naja, it is pretty difficult and a hard commitment for her if she does that. Other than that, I can just poke them from a big distance, slowing them down, providing that penetration, making sure that my team does more damage. Zeus went for Spirit of the Magus as well. Not sure why. I tend to not like that as much on Zeus. But to be fair, I think it's still pretty good. Chain Lightning can hit a lot. Your 2 can hit. Your basic attack on your 2 can hit and apply. Your 3, of course, every tick of your ultimate. So there are a lot of things that can apply it as Zeus. I like Obsidian Shard better, but that's just my playstyle. That way you can also just hit basics and just the basics and still do an immense amount of damage with your detonate. But it doesn't really matter. He did very, very well. Only died twice. Not bad at all. Capri only died once. Our Capri played very well. I feel like that Capri, even though he engaged, which they kind of needed him to do, it also put him in a very awkward spot because of the way our Capri reacted to it. Grabbing him afterwards or providing the ultimate to bail someone out, providing the root. Just in general, my team played very, very well. Only Guan Yu overextended a little bit too much a couple of times, but that's not always a bad thing. If you can keep the opponent's team at bay, keep them away for a bit, then you will have a lot easier of a time to deal with the ones that are in front of you. Although I think that Guan Yu should have taken some magical defense. He has none at all except for his boots, which against the Halbois and then the Morrigan is a bit questionable when you're a Guan Yu that needs to get close to actually damage them. But that's fine though. I guess it worked out. It's completely fine. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have a request, please let me know down in the comments. Get me anything, as always. God, game mode, build. Get me whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.